cool. Are those green yet?
Facebook's green and YouTube is sending data.
Thinking about it. It takes a little bit of time. This is super low stress. It's so easy. We're all makers. Everybody's who's watching has been to Makerspaces. All right. So we should be live now. I'm going to go ahead and get this rolling here in a second. Welcome to Makerspace Live. We have an extra special one for you today. We are live on location in Santa Rosa, California, 180 Studios. Jared, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jared Lyons. I'm the education coordinator here at 180 Studios, and I've been here for about a year or so, and it's been an exciting year for this Makerspace and nonprofit.
Awesome. So, again, 180 Studios in Santa Rosa. Jared is going to give us a tour. Let's go check it out.
All right, guys. We'll come in through the front door here.
Well, before we get going too far, I want to be sure to give a special shout out. Our cameraman tonight is Mike Sinise, our editor. Is it executive editor or
Executive editor?
Executive editor for the magazine. He's taken on cameraman role today. So thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Okay.
It's my pleasure.
All right. What do we got here?
Okay, so this is the entryway to the studios here, and so this is where everyone checks in. We have a barcode scanner here where everyone can check in. Up on the wall to my left is our photo contest that we sporadically do. It's a great way to get some free advertising and photos to put up on our social media and Instagram. Behind you is something we just switched around the last couple of days. This is where we normally have our education calendar, and we have all of our classes for February and March, 2 months up here.
So you guys hold classes here on the location?
Yes.
We'll get into that more. You got
Cool.
a bunch of classrooms and stuff?
Yeah,
okay, all right, let's continue. What else we got?
So we got 7 classrooms here, and we teach about 15 to 20 classes per month. And as a nonprofit, this whole place runs on the backbone, of our volunteers. And so this calendar over here shows all the different volunteers that we have working. And so we have over 3 dozen volunteers that make this place a reality.
Very cool. Very cool.
And we'll go into our first room, which is actually the art gallery. And I'll show this guy off to you.
All right. Now, you people out there watching the stream, be sure to let us know if you are having trouble hearing us or if you have any questions. And Michael, shout out and let us know if you have questions.
No questions yet. We've got a thumbs up from Luke Gant. Thanks, Luke. Thumbs up back at you.
All right.
All right, so this room is a very fun room for us. This room showcases some of the stuff that our members and our volunteers have created here at the space. And so some things that you'll see here is we have this hanging basket of fruit, which was completely made on the laser. And that was made by our volunteer, Gio, who actually runs another makerspace in Marin County.
That's cool looking.
And yeah, all that stuff's 100% made out of wood, and even the chain and everything on it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Some of the things I want to show off is this table here. This was made by our volunteer, Michael Gardner. And what's incredible about this table is not only the workmanship on it, but Michael Gardner had never been inside of a wood shop 3 years ago. And he actually taught himself and used all the tools here at the space to be able to make this arched table. He simply just did a fantastic job on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Very nice. All right. Okay. What else we got going on?
I'll showcase this. You guys will probably recognize this as a suit of armor. Now we are in wine country, and what makes this piece very unique is that this is actually all made out of wine barrel rings.
Oh.
And normally when people make art out of wine barrels in wine country, they make a candle holder or maybe a round dog chair. But this is something that one of our volunteers, Dave, got really creative with. And this is, again, it's all hand done in the welding area. Over here we've got some art pieces that were made in the machine shop. And this here was done with the lasers and with our textile
Those are
printers.
so pretty. So that's printed on textiles?
Yeah, well, some of it down here.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then this, this is puzzled out, all done on the laser there. And that was made by our laser teacher, Chad Lent.
Those are pretty. Oh, and engraved brass.
Yep.
Yeah. Very nice.
And there's one more thing I'll show off over here,
Oh, okay.
which I think really showcases people's abilities here at the studios. This is actually a sculpture made 100% out of chocolate. And this is made from Fleur Sauvage chocolate. And they just have a great story. They would bring their chocolates to all the farmers markets in Sonoma County, and they would melt. You go to a summer farmer's market, all the chocolate would melt. And they kept having this problem back and forth of how do you solve this problem of melting chocolate at a farmer's market. Well, they ended up getting a trailer for free on Craigslist. They brought it here to the studios. They completely fixed it up, added an air conditioning unit, refrigeration unit. And not only are they able to now sell their chocolates on the road, but we're very proud to actually say that they've been on the Food Network in the month of December, part of the Holiday Wars program.
I thought that was metal walking by before, but I can smell it now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it looked like I was about to take a bite, but I'm smelling it, and it's like a floral smell.
Yeah.
It's not like just chocolate. Now I'm really curious what it tastes like, but I won't.
Yeah.
I won't go there.
You know, the most impressive thing with this is that no one's eaten it yet.
Yeah, or knocked it apart. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right.
I thought that was metal for sure.
I'll take you guys into our fab lab.
You go on through, and I'll hold the flat for Mike.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yeah, that's all. And you guys will be able to see some of the 3D prints that we're doing on here.
All right, got a whole herd of what are these CR10s?
Ender 3.
Ender 3s. Oh, they say Ender 3 really big right here on them. They say Ender anyway.
And so in the space here, we have actually 5 different filament printers, as well as a Form 2 resin printer on the back side here. And we can showcase some of the different things that the printers here can create, and some of the different things you can do in this room.
The sample board.
This year is actually Michael Foster. He's been running all the 3D printers here for us. Did you want to maybe?
I actually don't teach the 3D printing class. Andy teaches the 3D printing
Oh, of course, yeah.
but I do okay.
Yeah. So real quick on this cabinet here, we have some different items that you can see that have been created using the 3D printers. And so this would be from the filament printer. This piece here is made from the Form 2. And we have other items on here that are made from the laser. And so you can see some of the scribing that we are able to do with our rotary tool on the laser. And yeah, with the laser you can do all sorts of stuff, from going onto stone to metal to even creating hinges or burn marks and designs on it. And what's great too is that the same file that makes something like this on the laser, you can essentially use this on our shop bot and actually build the entire thing out of plywood in the woodworking area.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, we also have the vinyl cutter.
Oh, yeah. Cutters, yeah.
When you walk around, keep an eye out. There's stickers.
Yeah.
Stickers everywhere.
Yeah, so actually as you guys will look around here, you'll see stickers all over this room. And this vinyl cutter has helped a lot of businesses actually get started. A lot of companies use this for their marketing materials. And not only can you make great stickers with it, but you can also make t-shirts as well with our t-shirt press that we have on the other side.
Very nice. What do we got over here? Lasers?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So So these are the two jewels of the shop here are our two lasers. We have a Boss laser and the G-Wiki. And people, they use these, they become artists, they become jewelers with it. We have people that essentially, they don't have the means to be able to afford to purchase something like this, but they can come here, use our memberships, and create businesses and be able to really level up on their hobbies they do here.
Yeah.
If you look behind you on the wall, this shows off a lot of the different things that the laser can do. You can do anything from carving out paper, to cork, to acrylics, to burning wood, leather. We even have some like wetsuit material up there, some wool, canvas, iodized metal. Yeah,
Very
really,
nice.
yeah, really fantastic stuff.
Very nice. I love lasers. They're such a diverse tool for the makerspace. Like everybody can hop in and instantly be making awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's so fast. Love lasers. All right.
Yeah.
Show us more.
Yeah, we'll keep moving on. Just one thing with lasers, just something so fantastic about them is that a lot of people might have a table saw at their house, they might have a crosscut saw, they might have some tools for making, but to be able to offer this to the public is incredible, and really take someone that had learned an old craft like woodworking and then be able to bring them into the 21st century.
Got a question?
There is a question. TD Pepper's asking, 180 Studios is 180 Studios is a business cooperative / incubator?
That's a nice way to say it. Yeah, we kind of do dabble in all of that, but first and foremost, we are a nonprofit, and so our job here is to serve the community here. The way that we generate some more revenue is through memberships and a little bit through classes, programs, and of course donations. But really our job is to give back to the community, and so we see a need in the community, we try to fill it here at the space.
Nice. All right.
Great. I'll take you guys further into the space and we'll check out the next room.
All right. Let's grab these inside first. Mike again. There we go. All right, where are we going? I'll follow you.
Great. Well, we'll go through our community kitchen and check out the fiber arts room.
You want to just give a shout out to that room real quick?
Sure.
We don't have to explore.
Yeah, this room's changing around a little bit. This was our arcade room, and this was a great place for people to, wait for glue to dry, or you're waiting for that, 3-hour-long 3D print to finish up. But always a great room for inspiration. Classroom to help teach more classes here.
Nice.
Let's see. This area is not the most glamorous part of the studios, but a very important part. This is the community kitchen, and much like your dorm room, clean up after yourself here. But if you're working on a late night project, we're open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. most days. And so if you are trying to build something and you need to microwave that burrito or cook some food, you can do it right here in this room. So this is one of our multi-purpose rooms. This 90% of the time is our fiber arts room, and we teach classes in here, anything from sewing to different meetups. We have 5 heavy-duty sewing machines that can be used in this room. We also have a serger in the back over there, as well as a loom, which we'll see out in the hallway. And what's great is that our members have brought all the materials that you see in this room, and everything in this room is free for our members to use. So if you want to come here and build something and make something with textiles, you can totally do it in this room.
That's nice. I wish more spaces had like a full laid out textile workshop. Usually you have to shove everything out of the way to get some sewing done.
Well, what we're finding is, across the country, makerspaces usually skew really heavily towards men. And so we wanted to find ways that we could attract a more diverse base, because again, as a nonprofit, that's our goal. we want to be able to help everyone out here. And so the fiber arts has actually been a great gateway to actually get more people into the space utilizing it. And even back here, this is a very diverse array of items here, and so you can do anything from card making to paper crafts, Mod Podge, what have you. And as you guys look around, you notice that the first part of the Makerspace is actually built off an old home from the 1970s.
I dig it.
Yeah. So it's got this kind of cool, funky wood feeling to it, and a really beautiful building. And then the back half of it is we'll go into the machine shop, jewelry lab, and wood shop and all that. One thing that we also teach here in this space, and if you guys don't mind, I'll show off my belt.
Okay.
I brought in a leather teacher here to actually teach classes on leather making. And so this belt we actually got to carve out of a cowhide and actually got to learn the saddle stitch and how to crease everything.
Yeah, that's nice.
And so it's incredible. You know, a room like this can be very diverse, but you can do a lot of cool, fun things in it too.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. I want to see some toys though. Let's go.
Yeah.
Look at the toys too. I always love the fiber rooms because I just I want to curl up and hide in the yarns, and I just want to take a nap in it all. Anybody who's been watching our live feeds from Maker Fairs knows that I always pause there and catch my breath for a while.
Okay, so we're getting into some rooms that have some kind of fun tools and toys in it. We have our computer lab here, and in that room, that's where we do our Raspberry Pis, our Arduino programming, Python classes. People learn how to do their 3D prints and laser in that room there.
Okay. Nice little classroom.
Yeah, and then I'll show off the electronics lab. And this has some fun stuff in it.
All this cool rover looking things up here.
Yeah, so this is the electronics lab slash jewelry lab here. And so on the left here we have all sorts of great electronics. Hey Dale, how you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
This is a quite impressive old equipment from HP.
Yeah. We've got the live stream going. You want to get on the live stream now?
Hello. Hey everybody. Welcome to 180 Studios in Santa Rosa, California. There you go.
People probably have no idea because we don't talk about this, but we're located close by, so we were able to
our
come
office
visit
is next door now.
real easy.
A couple offices right off the Makerspace
So
here.
there's the Make offices over there.
Yeah.
You're getting a special treat on the live feed.
Makey's hanging out in there.
So I see there's a question there.
Yes, we have another question from TD Pepper. Any plans for ceramics or a painting area?
Painting would be difficult for us to do. We do have a kiln on site, and it is something that we've always thought about doing here. It will take a dedicated classroom, and so we're looking at our space, but it's something that would be really, really exciting to be able to do. So
Very nice.
on the left-hand side, we have our jewelry lab, and so we teach small classes of 4 students here, different levels of jewelry. And then on the right-hand side, we have the electronics lab, soldering lab, and this is where people take their Arduinos and Raspberry Pi processors and actually solder them up. And then back there, we have our rocketry and just about any other type of electronic stuff that you would want to be able to do back there.
Pretty much got anything you'd need to get it done, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff's been really generously donated from Keysight Technologies, as well as other partners too.
Cool.
So a lot of the stuff's actually just free for people to take apart and actually tinker with.
Nice. Okay.
Hey, does anyone work here?
Yeah, in the front though.
In the front. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
So what we have here is the machine shop, and Caleb, are you familiar with any of these machines?
A little bit, yeah. I've played with a few of these, but you can explain what you got on hand.
Well, actually, we've got Ken right here. Ken, we're doing a live stream right now for Make Magazine.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ken's our resident machinist here, and he teaches one-on-one classes for us at the space. And real quick, do you just want to kind of name off a couple of the machines for us?
Yeah, we got 3 nice vertical milling machines. This is a tree, a sharp, and a Kent. Kent's getting a little bit of repair work on it right now. He was fixing the brake and the back gear on it. This is an older CNC machine center in the corner here. We've got a turret lathe over on the end here. That's a kind of a pre-computer age production machine, so that's designed for the old factory style where a guy would be sitting there all day cranking on levers and wheels and busting out parts all day long when the computer does all that now.
Yeah.
And this is another lathe, an older Logan general purpose, smaller lathe. That's probably 50, 60 years old.
Nice.
Just a good general purpose, smaller general purpose lathe for turning anything from bushings and pins and collars and whatever might come up.
So we got to move on here in a second, but before we go, when somebody comes to you to learn, where do you usually start? What do you kind of start with?
Well, if they've got a specific task in mind, then I'd start with whatever that would entail. Either the mill or the lathe are good general purpose machines to start on. If you're building a machine or some kind of contraption, mill's good because you can it's more versatile. You can put the holes all over the place and slots.
Yeah,
And the lathe is primarily, all the machines that spin, motors and bushings and all that stuff. So they both come in real handy. Lathe's a little simpler, a little more straightforward. You just basically take the part and spin it and carve off what you don't need. Milling machine's a little more complicated, but they work complementary, and you can actually, if you're an old style or a one-man operation or a one-machine operation, you can do either operation on both machines with a little bit of fussing around. So.
Right on. Well, thank you very much for showing us around. We're going to keep moving. All right, thanks.
Also, the studios, we have a couple different companies that also rent space out of here. So that's Concept Gen. They help bring people's inventions to fruition. And we'll come into the community work area. And here, I'll introduce you guys to Carlene over here.
Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I do a little bit of
nice
work.
canvas
This is
leaves.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, traditional wood carving. This is basswood. So these are 2 projects that we did for class. This was project number 1, class number 1, and this is class number 2, and scrolls are class number 3. So we have enough. So our next class is on the 23rd of this month. For this one.
I live in Missouri. I'm just here for the weekend, but this is wonderful.
All right.
When's the next class on this? Say it to the camera.
March 23rd.
180 Studios,
Yep.
March 23rd. Come learn how to do this.
Yup.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
come join
it's
us.
so beautiful.
Nice.
Along those lines, Purple Toupee has a question asking, what classes do you have? Are there any makers in residence? But so that's one class. What else?
Sure. We offer classes on the 3D printing, on laser. We have fiber arts. We even have workshops for app development. We also have a great TIG welding and MIG welding classes here. And there's probably a couple others too. You guys can go to our website, 180studios.org, and click on the calendar, and you can see all the classes that we have coming up. Of course, jewelry classes as well too. And we have a couple summer camps coming up.
Perfect. Now I can hear that they're doing some loud stuff in there. Do you want to check out here first?
Sure.
Or maybe we can just put the camera up to the glass.
Yeah.
And we'll stay out here. But if you just get the camera, we'll just leave this closed. And if he just comes up here, you'll still be able to hear us maybe and see in there.
I think so.
All right. So what's in there?
So that's our full wood shop there. And you're actually seeing one of our resident inventors, Steve. He's actually making his product there in the space. He's actually invented a yoga lever that you use for squeezing your muscles.
Oh, nice.
And he has actually created his entire band that he goes up and down the West Coast and sells them. And so he's replicating everything right now on the lathe there.
So you can't really see all the tools that are in there, but give us a quick rundown of what all is in that room that is too loud for us to go into.
So in that room we have a saw stop, which is a table saw that if your hand were to touch the saw blade, it would automatically stop for you. So it's the safest saw on the market. We also have a 5 by 10 foot shop bot, which is a CNC machine for doing wood. We have a 20-inch planer, a jointer. We have scroll saws, drill presses, sanding cabinets, sanding tables, all the power drills, anything. CNC
oh yeah,
machine,
the shop bot, and the small one and the big one.
Yeah, we have both CNCs in there, and so anything you would want from your robust high school wood shop and more, we have in that room.
Nice, very nice.
I'll take you guys out to our community working area. And for anyone here who's watching this not in California, I feel bad for you. It's about 70 degrees out here today. And so we have people working on our projects outdoors, even in the beginning parts of February. And yeah, so we do a lot of community building out here. This is where we can do classes. We have construction companies. We teach a CTE construction class here, where they actually, it's a free class that they put on. They actually build these sheds, and last year they actually sent 75 people through the program, and all 75 of them were actually able to get hired on for construction.
So they build one of these here and then haul it off?
They haul it off, they sell it, and people take the knowledge they gain from that course and use that to get jobs. So.
Cool. A little bit of workforce development happening here in the.
Yeah, that's a big focus for us for 2020 is to put people back to work.
Yeah, nice.
And, of course, with the wildfires and everything up here, we have a lot of needs for people to learn welding and basic construction skills.
Okay. Okay.
Another question on the classes. What type of fees does 180 Studios charge?
Sure. It's just per class, and so members get a 20% discount on it. But a welding class will range between $110 to $135. Some of the meetups are free or $5. So it just depends on the class, but most of our classes are under $100.
All right.
So in here we have our welding lab, and this is the final part of the tour here, the final classroom. And so in this classroom we have 4 different welders. We teach both of our MIG and TIG welding classes in this room. And we have a few other machines in this area too. We have a plasma cutter over here. And but yeah, we got this great equipment and really fantastic teachers that really do a good job showing this stuff off. And it just really enables people to learn a new skill, learn how to build something that would be too intimidated to build at home. Or, in a lot of cases, just because you live in an apartment building and you can't afford your own garage, you can't afford your own shop, that doesn't mean you don't get to learn how to weld, you don't get to be a woodworker. That's really what we try to instill in everyone that comes through the space here is that, we're here to enable the community to use their hands and build whatever they want. We don't think a roadblock like money or resources is a reason why someone can't become an artist or a builder of any type.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, if that's the last room of the tour, I think we can kind of wrap things up a little bit. It would be a good idea, once again, to tell people where they can find more information, where they can sign up for classes, stuff like that.
Sure.
Website.
Yep.
What was that again?
Yeah, so you guys can go to our website. It's 180studios.org, and just click on the calendar button, and you'll see our full class schedule there. And you can also get information on memberships. And we're in Santa Rosa, California. We're off of Todd Road, 150 Todd Road. So feel free to stop by and talk to any of our volunteers, and they'll help you get set up here in the space.
Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you so much for giving us the tour.
Thank you.
This space is incredible. I'm so jealous. I could hang out here all day, every day if I was in town. Thank you very much. For those of you watching, thank you for joining us for watching. Actually, maybe we should do a special treat this time since we've got Mike Sinise here. Mike, do you want to give maybe a top secret little tease preview of maybe the latest issue that we just wrapped up?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but
you don't know? Anything?
I get to make those. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's turn this around here. So I just put Mike on the spot. You didn't know I was going to do this. Give us a teaser.
All right.
Something.
As you guys know, Make Magazine Volume 73 is the next one to come out, and it's one I'm actually really excited about it because we dive into a really important conversation, which is tech security and tech privacy. And there's a lot of interesting things happening in this space, but there's also things that you may not know that you can do yourself, DIY projects and so forth, to help lock down your own technology, your own devices, and allow them to be useful and usable while keeping your information private and secure. So keep your eyes open for it. It will be coming out in the next probably 3 weeks or so. You can grab a subscription now and make sure that you get that. If you go to makezine.com, you can find the subscribe link right at the top there. You'll also be able to find it on newsstands and everywhere else. But excited for you guys to check it out and let me know what you think.
All right.
All right. Other than that, I'm getting the goodbye from Caleb. So thank you for watching the Makerspace live stream. Thank you, 180 Studios, for letting us be part of this. And it's awesome. So check out their website and